So this is the induction training. It's common for everyone who are joining high-tech institution. Basically, this high-tech institution located in Pondicherry is the head office, and Chennai they have Valacheri is another one branch, and Tambaram they have another one branch. Before getting into the technical portion, I'll just tell about that institution. Then we'll move on to technical portion. It will take only 1 or 2 minutes only to complete. So about us, high-tech institution, their root level training will give you better growth, which means whatever the training courses, it may be from any domain, it may be from Windows, or it may be from networking, or it may be from cloud computing, whatever the training you are studying, right? Everything we used to take from the very basic, which means how strong you are in basic, that is the replication of your troubleshooting skill in that particular field. So that is why we are taking the session from the very basic. So we have started our institution on March 10th 2017, and we are focusing training courses mainly for IT executive like you people, and domain expertise like you people, and college students, for those kind of people. Courses mainly will be on weekend or candidate available time. By this course, we are ensuring a better job opportunity. I'll tell you how it's possible and what are the things are we facilitated to make this courses job opportunities available here. Okay, so apart from cloud computing, we are offering all many courses like what is displaying here: Microsoft, all products in Microsoft, and networking, CCNA and security, and cloud computing specifically for AWS, Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. After that, Red Hat, Linux, Ubuntu, those areas, Office 365, hardware and networking, and other server courses. Coming to the development portion, C, C++, Java, HTML, PHP, web designing, Python, C#.NET, ASP.NET, ADO.NET. So these are the development program they are offering. And multimedia courses like Photoshop and animation, designing tools, spoken English, ITIL. So these are the main courses they are focusing in online as well as classroom training. Your role at the end of the training. So you guys are currently part of networking or Windows or Linux, whatever it may be. After this training, you all going to be a cloud computing architect. Okay, you all going to be a cloud computing architect. Each role will have a dedicated designation for it. If we are part of Windows, right, they'll be calling it as a SME. If I'm part of Linux, right, they'll be calling it as a SME. When I'm part of networking, right, it will be become a network engineer or security engineer. Same way, when you're studying cloud computing, right, you'll become as a cloud architect. I'll tell you what is meant by architect, why you people are calling it as an architect. Okay, so this is just an introduction slide. This is the slide only we are keeping it for freshers. Actually, this slide is not required for you guys. Why? Because freshers are people coming from the college that doesn't know anything about IT infrastructure, how the things are happening. So for explaining them, I kept this presentation for IT infrastructure. For you guys, I am just leaving this as a blank. Coming to this portion, materials at the end of the training. What are the things you will get at the end of the training? I hope you guys are currently having any profile like a networking profile or Windows profile based on your domain. So what I'll do, I'll be collecting a basic profile from you guys. I'll include like L2 and L3 domain level technical stuffs, which means we are conducting a cloud computing training here. So we are going to discuss many technologies over here. Okay, I'll help you to include those technology. I'll guide you in such a way you're already part of cloud project. You're already working in cloud project. I'll make you guys in such a way that when you're going for any interview, right, you can tell them you are already part of cloud project. I'll create you the resume in such a way that it will display like you're already part of, you're already working in any cloud certain projects. Okay, so I'll do it based on your experience. I'll create L2 or L3 domain level resume. I'll update you. After that, soft copy of interview questions and configuration. Whatever the questions frequently will be asked in that interviewer, or certification related questions or configuration related question, everything as documented and officially available with high-tech institution. At the end of the training, we'll give you that concern PDF documents. And helping candidate to register in Naukri profile, this is actually not required for you guys, this is for freshers. And every 45 days once we'll be giving you the job reference and opening details I'll give you. And ultimate thing is technical stuff, group conversation on social media, WhatsApp. Like we have one dedicated group available like High-Tech Learning Academy. Here the people who have completed the training from our institution, we have added them in that group. Okay, the people maybe 100 to 150 members, more than that people are available in that group. Everyone is very techy. Okay, every most the guys are not fresher. Everyone is already having 5 to 15 years of experience. Lot many project managers are there. Okay, what they will do whenever they got any internal job opportunity from their company, there may be from TCH, HCL, Wipro, Capgemini, HP. It may be from any company. They'll be posting their detail in that particular group. If you are interested, you can approach them. Okay. So obviously they know the people coming from high tech institution mean definitely they will give you the high preference. Why? Because we are taking training in real time basis. Okay, there is nothing theory in that. There is nothing much theoretical portion here. Everything I'll take you the session in such a way that we'll be taking the entire session in practical manner. Okay, real time scenario on project basis only. I'll give you all the task and session everything going to be. Okay, so all the best guys, and ensure we are keeping a proper timing. So if you are starting a class in that 9 o'clock, I'll be there at 9 o'clock. 100% I'll be there. Very rare scenario if any internet problem or any power outage, that scenario I'll inform prior to you guys. Same way you guys ensure to available on the scheduled time. It will be easy to both of us. Alright, so that's all about this presentation. Now I am completely going to explain about that what is meant by cloud, and what are the advantages of cloud, why we are studying cloud, what is the importance behind in cloud, and what else features available, why cloud computing people are getting more package comparing than other people, and how this cloud is possible. Those we have lot many doubts, right? In the single presentation I have solution for the entire doubts. Okay, fine, I'll start with cloud computing. In between you guys face any issues, or in between you are facing any doubts, you can ping me through chat, or otherwise you can turn on your mic, you can speak, no issues in that. Okay, I'm here to help you guys. Okay, fine, so we'll start from what is cloud generally. Okay, I can tell you an example. Nobody can give proper definition to cloud. Why? Because cloud has that much content. Okay, nobody can complete it by giving a definition. It's my open statement. Why I'm telling, cloud computing has that much technology. It's if you go deeper into cloud, right, it has many things to learn. So I'll tell myself, we are part of support team. Okay, we are not part of development team. So I'll tell that cloud definition from the perspective of support team. Okay, so cloud computing means delivering of computing resource over the internet in real time, like what we are doing in IT companies nowadays. Obviously we are part of any one MNC's company. Those MNC company getting projects from various clients. Who all are clients? Client may be from banking sector, client may be from health insurance, client may be from any automobile industries, client may be from any organizations, any different sectors. Okay, what we are doing, we are engineer, we are supporting their infrastructure. All right, I'm taking one small company as an example, like we'll take BMW as our client currently. Okay, okay guys, what I was telling is, we are an engineer, we are working in any IT company. So what we are doing, we are taking any client as a customer, we are supporting their infrastructure. Infrastructure means what? If you take any organization, I took BMW as an example, right? If you take BMW as an example, in the BMW company, they'll be having their own websites, they'll be having their own databases, they'll be having their own network. In that network they will be using network switch, network router, network firewall, okay, and modems and router kind of things. So what is happening, all this computing resource, okay, whichever, without this computing resource none of the infrastructure is running nowadays. It's true fact, correct? So if you take any infrastructure, if they want to publish any website, if they want to publish any content, if they want to store any data, if they want to process their data, if they want to make a communication, whatever thing it may be, everything happen based on the computing resource only. Those we are calling it as a data center nowadays. What is there in data center? If you take any data center in the example, inside data center will be having many servers, will be having many storages, network switch will be there, network router will be there, network firewall will be there. So these are the component will be there in the data center. The same thing what cloud is providing for us. Just consider the challenges which are available in the cloud. In the cloud, I mean in data center I'm asking. So in the data center currently we are facing many challenges, like I'm a startup company. If I'm going to build my own data center, right, that computing resources will cost very huge amount. Like if I purchase any server, if I purchase any network switch, router, firewall, you guys know, right, what is the current amount or cost of individual networking resources and server stuffs, right? So it'll be become a crores, 1 crores or 2 crores for build any big data center nowadays. So this is a very big drawback for making any data center my own. So what cloud computing is doing is, simply if you have an internet connection in your organization, all the computing resource whatever required to you, they will provide through internet. Okay, you no need to buy any hardware, you no need to buy any networking devices, you no need to buy any storage kind of thing. All those things already purchased and maintained by AWS. Okay, all the computer resources are whichever required for the infrastructure development already purchased and maintained by AWS. Whenever I required any computing resource like server, network device or storage, whatever it may be, if I request for AWS, they will provide that computing resource through internet. That is what cloud means. In simple term, whenever I required any computing resource, if I request AWS, they will provide that computing resource through internet. Okay, so those computing resources I listed below: server, hardware, software, storage, networking device, database engine, virtualization. These are the portions are called as a computing resource. Whenever I required any computer resource for my organization, I can request AWS at any time. They are ready to provide that computing resource. Here the advantage is I no need to spend any amount as an investment. I am buying this as a rental only. Okay, what I am using, I will just pay for it. Okay, I am not investing any much amount when I go for cloud computing. Okay guys, this is the example to understand on cloud. Okay, currently I can tell we are the people living in cloud infra only. Okay, why I am telling, I'll tell you this as an example. She is the person sending one particular file to this user. What is happening is, when she is sending a file, she is attaching one PDF file. Okay, so she's mentioning his email ID. She started sending an email. He is composing an email. At the end, she's attaching one PDF file. She sent that email to the person. So what he did is just he's currently sitting in his office. He's opening a file. Okay, he's opening in Gmail. He's checking like. What I was explaining is, she's the sender. She's sending a file to this particular person. He's the receiver. Once he receives the file, right, he's opening his email and he's checking for that particular PDF file. Okay, so he can view the content. What this person is, he wants to do the printout of the particular file. If from his home or from his office, is going to the browsing center. Is looking for the printer. From is again opening an email. Is downloading that particular PDF file. Is printing that particular file. Here the thing is, this is a common thing which has happened nowadays, right? So here the thing is, this person opening a PDF file whenever he is accessing an email ID. That is what the fact thing. This person opening a PDF file, he can access the particular PDF file whenever he is opening his email. That email is completely password protected and secured. Without his confirmation, without his knowledge, no one can hack that particular email. Okay, that is what the thing is. So the particular PDF file is not even stored in this machine. It's not storing in his office machine. It's not stored in his home machine. It's completely stored in that email itself. That file logically stored somewhere. That is actually what is cloud. It is not physically stored somewhere. It's logically stored somewhere. We don't know where it is located currently. That is called cloud. The advantage of one more cloud is, same Gmail cloud provider AWS will be giving you a username and password. There will be an account will be there. Okay, in that account you can log in. You can access your data center. You can access your infrastructure. You can manage your infrastructure. Okay, your account is completely password protected. If you have an internet connection, you can interact with your cloud infra. Just compare this scenario with your on-premises data center. In on-premises data center, earlier days, if some problem happened, the engineer has to visit that particular place, particular data center to isolating the issue, fixing the issue, right? But in cloud infrastructure, if anything happened to your infrastructure, right, just you need an internet connection, you can start troubleshooting from that point onwards. You no need to come to our data center. That is another advantage for your cloud. By this example, I just want you guys to understand cloud is same like our Gmail. AWS will be providing your username and password. That will be a account kind of thing. In browser, you need to log into AWS console using your username and password. You can manage your infrastructure. This is complete secured environment. Nobody can access without your knowledge. Okay, that is the thing I want you guys to understand. So move on to this next presentation. So now I would like to explain what this data center is. Okay, data center is nothing but an our collections of our computing resource. Like if we can say on-premises data center means every organization earlier before arrives of cloud computing, what they have done is, before arrives of cloud computing, every organization they have maintained their own data center in their building. In the data center, somebody will call us a server room, some of them will call us a data center. The actual thing is on-premises data center is a technical word, is the correct word. In that on-premises data center, what will be there is they'll be having many servers, they'll be having many storages, they'll be having network switches, network routers, firewalls, modem. These kind of things will be there inside my data center. So I'm going to explain each component. Okay, already we know what is meant by what are the things. I'll just give brief content about the each things and computing resource whichever are available in my data center. Okay, first thing is server. Server can act as anything. I mentioned here, it can be a web server, it can be a print server, it can be a file server, it can be an application server, or it can be an antivirus server, it can be a DNS server or domain server. So if you take any sort of client, any sort of organization, they'll be using any one of this application. At least if I took initial as a BMW as my client, right? Obviously BMW have many websites. Obviously they'll be having data to store into any server. They'll be having file server, they'll be having application server. For their infrastructure they should have antivirus server. Obviously if they have websites, mean they will be maintaining DNS server. Obviously if there are many clients are working, mean they'll be keeping domain server. So these are the list of server is a very basic thing. It's common if you go for any organization. So server is a very important role playing. When our client requests for something, right, server has to respond to back to the client. Web server means Google or Flipkart is a web server. When client is accessing for the website, that web server should give back the web page to that client. Print server means when client is requesting for any printouts, right? The print server takes responsibility to give back the print. Same way file server. In LAN, local area network and all, we used to keep common repository over there. People whoever required any common files, right, they will go to that repository, they will pick that file. That is file server. Same way application server, antivirus server, this all come to place. If you go for data center, right, there are three types of server available. These are physical server I am talking about. Okay, those are physical server in the sense, first thing is tower model. This tower model server most of the people are using. It's looking similar to our standalone computer CPU. Okay, this is called as a tower server. Later what happened, there is something called rack server, it arrives. The difference between tower server and rack server is more compact while comparing my tower server. So if you are accommodate 100 server in single room, you can accommodate 200 rack server in single room. That size is varying. By seeing here itself you can understand. Here I will keep my motherboard in horizontal manner. Okay, this is a rack server. I'll be mounting this rack server into my racks. In every data center we could see like this stand kind of thing. Here what I will do, I'll be mounting my rack server like this. Okay, so this is kind of a rack server setup. So if you go there, right, this is a blade server. It is an advanced version of rack server. In this blade server, it will be looks like on big box. Okay, here I'll be inserting my motherboard. See, two components are coming out, right? This is actually a motherboard. Okay, here in top they have connected 6 motherboard, down they have connected 8 motherboards. Altogether 16 motherboards so they have connected. In back side they'll be having a hard disk. Back side they'll be having inbuilt network switch, network ports. Okay, those are the things, everything available in a single box. Okay, it's more compact than my rack server. So it's based on the server model, the cost also will vary. Okay, after this we'll be having network switch for making a local area connection. After that we'll be having network router. You guys know, right, the purpose of network coverage is making a communication with my network to another network. After that I'll be having a firewall to protecting my network in a secure way. I'll be using my firewall. After that I'll be having a storage. Storage will be having lots of hard disk. It will be having bulk of hard disk. Whenever we need to store any bulk of data, right, we'll be prefer choosing storage instead of storing in our local server. So these are the component are called as a computing resource. These are the component will be present in my data center. Now hereafter I'll going to talk about why we need cloud. Okay, what are the things available, what is there in data center, which is the advanced thing available in cloud. Those things we are going to discuss. So going forward, this is actually a data center, how it looks like. People will be keeping many racks like this. They will be mounting the rack server like this in horizontal manner. They will be having storage like this. They'll be having network switch, router, everything will be like this only. So what happened nowadays, Amazon takes responsibility to maintain this data center. Okay, AWS takes responsibility to maintain this data center, number of servers, number of storages, number of networking devices. They took responsibility, they are maintaining it. The only thing is, we no need to worry about our data center. If we require any computing resource, right, if you just ask AWS, they will provide you the required computing resources. If any problem happen to our data center, engineer like him will be visiting to that particular data center. He'll be start doing the troubleshooting. He'll be finding the issue. He'll be fixing the components. Got it? And why we need cloud? Okay, so till now I'm fine. What is mean by cloud and what are the advantages of cloud? What is mean by AWS? What are the things available in my data center? I'm clear on these points. Now I'm going to talk about why we need cloud. Okay guys, for talking about why we need cloud, we need to understand 4 points. One is, first thing, I am clear, if I'm not going to cloud, if I'm maintaining my own data center, I need to pay the amount for my data center. Okay, if I'm not going to the cloud, I am maintaining my own data center, I need to pay all the computing resources. That will cost more. Okay, this is the one more advantage in cloud computing. If you go for approaching any component of resources, it's coming without investment. Okay, if I ask for any computing resources, AWS will be providing without investment. That's the first advantage. Second advantage is, in my on-premises data center, any problem happen, my engineer has to visit to this particular data center to troubleshoot the issue. But if I'm maintaining my data center in cloud environment, what will happen? If any problem happened, we don't need to worry about it. Simply we can log into our AWS console, we can start doing troubleshooting. Okay, that is a very flexible thing. We can work from anywhere. If you simply having internet connection, you can work from anywhere, you can manage your infrastructure. And the third point is, when we are maintaining our own data center, if some hardware component is failure, RAM component failure or motherboard failure or hard disk failure, I need to pay for the amount for the replacement. Correct? If RAM is failure rate, I need to purchase a new RAM, I need to install it. But when it comes to our particular AWS, right, in AWS, if any problem happen to the hardware component, they are taking responsibility to replace it. We no need to pay any amount. Okay, that is the third advantage of cloud computing. And fourth advantage, which is very important, when I am using cloud computing, right, they are taking care for the operating system, they are taking care for the engineer's maintenance, they are taking care for the activation, they are taking care for the installation files. Okay, if I am installing 2012 RAID, they will be having setup with that. If I am installing Linux RAID, they will be having setup. If I am going to use Cisco, they will be having a Cisco router, switches, router and all. Everything is available with them. We don't need to buy anything. We don't need to nothing to configure. The thing is that we need to make our infrastructure in good way in cloud. This is the fourth advantage. These are the advantages available. That is the reason we are coming into the cloud. Okay. In this example, I explained him. This is the person. He is the cloud engineer. Currently, he is accessing his infrastructure from his office. Office is located in India. Later what happened, after he set up all this network thing and he's maintain all the required network setup, everything is done. Later he is moving from his office to, he's got on-site, he's going to the client location. Client location is located in US. In US, if he's open same cloud, right, he can access same kind of resource. He can still is continuing for maintaining his infrastructure. He can troubleshoot anything if any problem happen. Okay, same person is going to any other place. He is going to Singapore, right? From Singapore, he can access same kind of network. The advantage of cloud is they are giving username and password like our Gmail. Through that, we can log into our cloud console. We can manage the thing. Okay. So whatever the things we are doing currently with the on-premises data center, 100% same equivalent thing available in cloud as well. Okay. Nothing drawback over here. So this is the reason we came into the cloud computing. That is why we are studying cloud computing. Got it? So next I'm going to tell about how the cloud computing works. Before talking about this, we need to be clear. Okay, actually, we concluded what is the purpose of cloud computing and why we need cloud computing. So this is the thing how cloud computing is works. So here, for any person managing their own on-premises cloud environment, right? They will suffer a lot. Why? Because the maintaining server and maintaining a storage and maintaining their networking resource, it's not an easy task. It's very difficult, right? For managing single data center. So what AWS are doing? They are taking care of entire persons in a global. Whoever wants AWS, whoever wants data center, AWS is telling that I'll help you like that. How they are managing their entire infrastructure, how it's possible, if something happened to that client data, what AWS will do, how they are maintaining that much securely, how many hardwares they will maintain, how many servers they will have, how many storages they will have. So those are very curiosity. Okay, those are creating very curiosities to know. So this portion I'll complete on next video. In this video I'm completing with this portion. Okay, from upcoming videos I'll explain how the cloud computing works in backend, how AWS are configured, how they are providing this service to in front end. Okay, these are the things we'll watch it in next video. Okay, if you need any training, right, like the same way, you can contact in 7092 90 91 92 High-Tech Institution. All kind of training we are providing. Okay, thank you for watching this video. We'll meet you on another video. Thank you.